on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today is a big day. Today is maybe the largest travel day of this adventure.
I think it might be one of the largest travel days ever for us.
Yeah,
There are multiple days, I guess. So we're currently at the Manila Airport. We're flying to Tokyo. We've got like 2 hours there, and then we head to Vancouver. So if you're new around here and you don't know what our story is, we basically came to the Philippines at the beginning of March, and we ended up getting stuck in El Nido. We've been documenting our time there, so you can go back and watch that. But today is all about trying to get home. So like I said, we're gonna fly to Vancouver, and then in the next video we'll be flying all the way across Canada to the other side to Halifax. But today is all about getting to Vancouver, what it's gonna be like, what the process is like traveling during the pandemic.
So we're just outside waiting. We're trying to figure out what the process is. There's not real clear directions.
It's not clear. No one's really told us anything, but I did read somewhere that you're only allowed to go in 4 hours before your flight.
Yeah.
I think it's just about that right now, so we'll see. There seems to be a lot of people inside and a lot of people outside. So it's, I think, just under 4 hours now, and they're letting us inside. At least it's air conditioned in here. We're in another lineup. They also took our temperatures. We're both good.
There's a lot of people though, look. And this is, I think Anna just said, like, this is the line to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. Once we get in, we got to check in still. We are in.
We're inside.
It's pretty empty in here. Look at this.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's probably just our flight.
I think it is just our flight. It's gonna look like a lot of people, but anyone that knows this Manila Airport, you'd expect this to be pretty jammed right now. So we heard this about the ANA flights. I think it's pronounced Anna, that's what they just said. So, but it's gonna be a full flight, we think, to Tokyo, which is crazy. It's hard to believe it's a full flight. Business class is packed up there, so we were in the wrong line. But after that, we hear once you go to Vancouver, it should be hopefully somewhat of an empty plane. That'd be nice, because this is gonna be quite the day. So we're already off to kind of an odd start, let's just say that. Check out how empty the airport is the other way. I mean, I don't think you'd ever... Whoa. What do you think that is? Warning, warning.
Hopefully nothing bad.
Yeah. I don't think we ever showed you guys our bags. This is all we travel with. Look, here's my hand for size. These are just carry-on luggages and then 2 backpacks.
Yeah, we do have to check them though. I think there's like 10 kilogram limit for carry-on, so we have to check these too, but these guys are all carry-on.
Your final destination will be Vancouver.
Vancouver.
After Vancouver, no more flights.
The next day we do.
The next day.
But it's booked separately.
Yeah.
Do you have the itinerary for the connecting flight?
All right, so we made it through. That took a little over 2 hours, maybe the longest line ever.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we have less than 2 hours now, but it was definitely the longest line I think we've ever waited to check our bags and get checked in.
Yeah.
We couldn't check in online, by the way.
We were probably in longer security lines before.
Yeah.
So now comes the interesting part. We have to go through immigration.
It's going to be really complicated because we were obviously here longer than we were supposed to be, but because of the lockdown and everything. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We can't film in there, so we'll report back soon.
It's going to cost a lot, we think. So we'll see. And just
fingers crossed we have enough cash, because you have to pay in cash. So I'm really nervous about this part.
Oh god. Okay, let's try it. All right, we made it through immigration. It wasn't as bad as we thought.
No, it was actually quite quick. There was no lineup. We got to the first guy, and he looked at our stamp and said, "Oh, you have to go over to the cashier."
Yeah.
Okay. They were open. We went right there. It took maybe 10 minutes at the most, and it cost us. It was 7,300 pesos each, so what, 15,000.
15,000 for 2 people, which is about $300 for 3 months of being here. So
yeah, 3 months extension.
So that's not so bad, all things considering. It's about $30 a month if we kind of think of it that way. So we heard a lot of different things coming in.
Yeah, some people had to pay way more than that.
Yeah.
Some people didn't pay at all. So we were really confused. We had like 25,000 on us, just hoping that it would be enough money.
And by that we mean cash. So if you're coming here and anybody else is still stranded, make sure you bring cash. We only saw one bank machine, but it's back out through the line we waited to get into immigration. So cash only here in the Philippines. Cash is king.
96
36.1.
Thank you. Okay, guys, we came over to Starbucks because we're trying to find some food. That took way longer than we thought.
Yeah, so they have these guys.
What is that?
I don't know, like a egg sandwich?
Egg sandwich. I mean, maybe we'll go with that because it's pretty slim pickings around here, I think, huh?
The roasted chicken pesto, that sounds good.
All right, let's see what we got here. Chicken pesto, some mushrooms on there. Anna's not a
I
fan
picked
of
the
mushrooms.
mushrooms off because I do not like mushrooms, but that's fine. They were easy to pick off.
This is kind of all we can find today, so this is it. I mean, anyone that travels knows that this is how, you know, airport travel days go. Is it all right?
Right, good.
It's not so bad. I think it's probably the best we're going to find today, as I said already. It is like a little dry, but this bread was probably the best that we saw. All the other bread was that Filipino sweet bread, which we don't like at all. But yeah, anyway, we're just starving. We're just going to scarf this down and keep going because, like, we have about a half hour or so before I think our boarding starts. More checks happening here, even before we get to the gate. Hello.
Thank you so much.
All right, here we go. We are through, about to get on the plane. Still can't believe it's up. Thank you. Salamat. Sadly, it's no business class for us today. Just looking for regular old economy.
So I know I've heard that they like really sanitize things on planes, but I'm not taking it. I don't think either of us want to take
No.
any risks. So I'm going to sanitize my hands. You can do the same, and then I'm going to wipe down everything. I think.
So unfortunately, you guys, we don't have a window seat.
Yeah, so we won't get those nice shots, but we kind of did it on purpose.
Yeah.
We like to sit generally on a full plane when it's 3, 3, and 3 in the middle, so that we don't have to keep getting up for somebody else. We can
Yeah.
just get up and go. And
It makes sense if you need to go to the bathroom. No one ever has to interrupt us, and we don't have to interrupt anyone else. But
Yeah.
we're not going to get any B-roll at the window, at least for this flight. After this, I think we're kind of flying in the night only.
right, we will know we'll land in Vancouver
Oh, in
in
the
the
morning.
afternoon. So
Wow.
at some weird time of night, it's going to become light out.
We didn't even talk about the jet lag yet. We're going to be, we're going to be a mess. You guys are going to see it all.
All right, it's food time, and it actually looks pretty good. We had a choice between chicken or pork, and we went for chicken. It's got some veggies and I think some potato there. Got some bread, got some noodles, and there's sauce to go over that. I feel like it's going to be messy. Some sort of salad there, and I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, we also got some wine, by the way.
But they give wine out for free, and we got real cutlery,
Yeah.
like actual silverware.
And I have to say, it's impressive that for a 4-hour flight, they're serving a full-on meal.
I'm not going to take you through everything because it's going to take quite a while, and it's just loud and it's a tight space, as you know. But the chicken looks legit. There's this really good gravy sauce. I think they said it's like teriyaki. It seems like a mixture. It's a little bit sweet and a little bit savory at the same time. Yummy mashed potatoes. We also got some corn. It's been so long since I had anything like this. I have to say, it's pretty good as far as food on a plane goes. It's good.
We have landed at Tokyo International Airport. The local time in Tokyo is 7:27 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain turns on the seatbelt sign.
All right, well, welcome to Tokyo, everyone. This is our first time here.
It is, and sadly, we only consider ourselves in a country if we get stamped in, which I'm assuming is not
Yeah.
going to happen. So,
But it is our first time even passing through Japan. And now, well, we have about 2 hours to kill. First flight went okay, I have to say.
yeah, it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
And, yeah, pretty easy.
It's so quiet here. There's no one to even like kind of direct you at what to do. Oh, we definitely found the right spot. Let's go check the board.
Lots of cancels.
So many canceled.
If it's at all possible, I actually think it's quieter in here than it was in Manila. There's nobody here.
I wonder Tokyo's airport is always like this.
Ha, I know it.
Man, this is the strangest thing about like jumping around airports right now. well, besides coronavirus and wearing a mask and your safety, is how empty they are.
Yeah.
It's hard to even picture. I wish we could capture it all because you guys wouldn't believe it. It's just complete, it's empty in front of me. Look at this. What a ghost town. I see one guy like way up there. So crazy.
I know, it's so weird. On a total other note, we are officially not at all in the Philippines anymore after 3.5 months. So crazy, so weird.
So Anna saw some bright lights from a distance.
I did. I thought something was open from way back there, but no, it's a Pokemon vending machine.
Well,
What do you actually? Oh, little stuffed animals. Okay.
we knew Japan was into Pokemon. But yeah, there's the vending machines. You always hear about these when you're coming to Japan.
Yeah. Pink Pringles. I wonder what flavor that is.
What's a pink Pringle?
Shrimp?
So Japan is doing a pretty good job with this social distancing thing. Look,
Stay back there.
you stay over there. Hello. All right, we are through and on the way to the plane. I don't know if we said the total travel time today. It's going to be about 25 or 30 hours. This is the big one.
Yeah. So this one's 10 hours, I think.
right.
I can't remember if we said the last one was 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours. This is going to be the long haul overnight, but we get there in the afternoon.
But in the afternoon, the funny thing is that we arrived in Vancouver on the same day and same time that we left in Manila. So funny.
It's so weird when you fly back across the Pacific.
Hi, good evening.
I'm right next to you. So this is home for the night. I don't know if you guys can tell, but right now we have the middle seat. Fingers crossed it's gonna work, but yeah, we're just settling in. The flight is way more packed than I thought it would be. Just gonna do a quick clean again, just because.
Just because.
Not sure if you guys know, but the headrests are always some of the worst.
Yeah, we've heard that they're actually one of the dirtiest parts of the plane.
Yep.
Believe it or not. If you're wondering why I look a little bit different, I put my glasses on. Do you like them?
And I got my haircut finally. You probably noticed in the last two videos when we were in Manila. I just forgot to mention it, but you probably saw it. Anyway, we're getting ready to take off. We're up by the window again, so I can't show you guys anything outside. So we're just gonna see what's on for movies here. We don't know how up to date it is. We gotta kill 10 hours somehow. Don't know about you guys. I can't sleep on a plane. Someone else is a little better at it, but I'm just like so-so on it. So do you know what you're gonna watch?
I'm looking through, and honestly, I don't know a lot of movies. I feel really, really out of touch, I guess. But I did see that The Lion King was on there, like the new one, which I haven't seen. And I, again, haven't heard of this one, but Disney and Pixar's Onward, and I always enjoy a good Pixar movie, so maybe I'll go for a kids movie.
So some drinks just arrived. We said before the alcohol is included in the price, which is great. So we got some Japanese beer because it's a Japanese flight. Anna's got some snacks.
Oh yeah, they got these little rice crackers. They're like a little assortment of them. The only one I don't like is wrapped in seaweed, but otherwise they're good.
Seaweed chips.
Yeah.
How Japanese. So the food just arrived. We get some fried chicken. It smells kind of like another teriyaki sauce, but there's lots of veggies this time. We got some sushi. I've been craving sushi for so long, you guys. There's a little salad, and there's also, this looks like a chicken salad of some kind of mixture. Oh, Anna's gonna go for the chopsticks, are you?
I'm gonna try it. We'll see. I'm gonna be brave, but it just seems like a little less. There's so much cutlery. This might be a little simpler.
Yeah, I mean, we usually would use chopsticks.
Yeah.
I just don't, I'm somewhat afraid on a plane.
We have to do a lot of this. We won't do a whole food review, but I want to try this chicken today.
Plane smells really good in here.
It's good. Really easy to bite through. I thought it was going to be like really tough, but it's not at all. And it's got like a little bit of like a ginger sesame sauce on it.
I can't believe all this is included. You get real silverware, you get chopsticks.
Yeah, honestly, I would say this is maybe some of the better plane food we've had.
Yeah, I
Would you
think
agree?
so. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
So guys, we are now about halfway through the flight. I think there's about 4 or 5 hours left, so we're gonna stop filming now. We're gonna try to get some shut-eye, see if we succeed with sleeping, but I highly doubt it, but we'll see you on the other side.
Landed at Vancouver International Airport. The local time in Vancouver is 2:23 p.m.
Well, it feels really good to be back in Canada.
Yep.
Kind of surreal. I mean, we're in Vancouver, which is the other side of Canada, but
We have still a long way to go. We have a night here and then more flights tomorrow. But for now, it's really just great to be back in Canada. We got off the plane. We just went through immigration.
here's the question.
I guess we're officially back.
Here's the big question. Did you sleep on the flight?
Kind of, but not really.
Me too. Maybe a couple hours in and out, but
Yeah.
but now we're waiting for our bags. We're at
Yeah, we have to find our carousel. Found our carousel, nothing there yet. Some of you guys might know that we don't usually check bags. We try to do carry-on as much as possible, but these days it's pretty difficult with weight restrictions. But I think this is the first time we've ever checked a bag where it has to go through an extra airport. So
yeah.
fingers crossed they show up and they made it.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah,
Right. Our bags better be here because that's all we have
I know,
for even the next 2 months.
I know. It's everything.
So getting through immigration actually went a lot easier than we thought as well. The process wasn't that much different than normal, other than they asked a few questions about where we're going to be staying.
Yeah, so on the plane they give a form to fill out about your quarantine plan, because coming into Canada you have to self-isolate for 14 days. It's very, very, very,
Yeah.
very strict.
Yeah.
Can't leave the house at all for 14 days. So you have to fill out this form. I actually filled it out in advance online. There's an app that you can fill out. Then when you get off the plane and go through immigration, you just get this code, you put it in,
it
you
was
show
really
it to
quick.
the immigration officer. She asks a few questions, like making sure that we know the rules.
She liked our plan. She just asked basic questions. Where were we staying tonight in Vancouver? When we get home, do we have someone to bring us food? Everything checked out. She said, no problem. Welcome back to Canada.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Canada. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Bag one. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. There we go. Bag number 2. We're all set. Just trying to find a shuttle for our hotel, and it's
that always seems complicated.
another empty airport though, huh?
And everything's closed.
Look at this. Like, that would be so busy down there normally. All this is closed. 3 airports, 3 of the biggest airports in one day. Pretty empty. It's just kind of fun. We're at an old, well, it's like kind of an old-fashioned phone. We get a call the shuttle. I guess you said they're not running now normally?
Yeah, I think you have to call them. Like, they don't just come automatically.
So we're still not even done yet. Hopefully they answer the phone.
Oh my goodness, I'm tired.
This
Feel kind of zombie-like.
This feels so surreal. Like, that took more than a day. I think it was close to 30 hours. Yeah, what a ride.
I actually have no idea how many hours it is. You just asked me that a second ago. Like how many? My brain can't even attempt to figure that out now with the time difference and all the things.
I think what's happening is, of course we're jet lagged and we got the time difference going
And we didn't
on.
sleep.
But we're back in Canada.
Which
so
is crazy.
So it's like that's going through our heads and we're like, this feels surreal. It doesn't even feel like we're here. It feels like we were like basically Filipino citizens at this point.
Yeah.
So here we are, and the crazy part is we have to do it all again tomorrow, so in the next video.
Thankfully, it won't be quite as bad. We'll be leaving Vancouver to fly to Toronto.
Yeah.
Then we have like a 4-hour layover there, and then we fly to Halifax from there. We leave at like 9 in the morning and get there at like 11:30 p.m. But
Yeah.
we also lose 4 hours in there as well.
Yeah, so just to explain, if no one's familiar with the geography of Canada, there's probably lots of Canadians not watching. Well, right now we're on the west coast, and Canada's extremely large, as we all know, so we live on the very east coast, so that's why tomorrow's travel day is going to be long with the time difference, and we're going to be jet-lagged again, and it's going to take a lot to get back to Halifax, but we're almost there, so there's going to be
close.
a part 2 of this video, basically going across Canada, and I imagine we're going to see a lot more empty airports and things like that, so yeah, guys, it's been quite the ride. If you watched this far in the video, thank you. I'm Trevor, and this is Anna. If you don't know who we are, we're the Delightful Travelers. Hit the subscribe button, give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you thought of today. And if you're not new, it's really nice to see all of your faces again. But I think we're just gonna. It's like 3-4 in the afternoon. But
Have a nap.
yeah, we might have to have a nap from here. So
All right, guys, that's it.
from Vancouver, Canada. Wishing you a safe and healthy quarantine.
See you soon.
It's so crazy to say that from Vancouver, Canada. Okay, bye guys.
Oh,